What's up, guys? It is Jaden with the Reef Dweller. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to maintain a reef tank and all my successes, and also the issues I have had, so that you guys don't have those. The most important things in keeping my reef tank is I dose every day, and these are the kind of things I dose. I dose magnesium, alkalinity, calcium, no pox, waste away, and then aqua power, coral aminos, and fish health stuff. And then I sometimes dose stress coat. And it's important to get water tests so you know where your water's at, whether you have one or you go to a local fish store and check yours. Another important thing is I do pretty much every couple weeks a water change, and that is really important for fish health and coral health, and also parasite issues. Mine is an internal filtration tank, so all my filters are internal, so I clean those out once a week, and I clean the glass every day just to make sure it stays pretty clean. You're probably wondering, why is the back of my tank really dirty? That is because we have left it there for the sea urchins and the sea cucumber to eat and clean. I have some pretty awesome fish in here, like a selfin tang and a layer hogfish, cleaner wrasse, and a passer angel, a lot of other cool fish like 6-line wrasse and stuff. But the way I keep these guys healthy is I dose medicated food. You do not have to, I choose to. I add some cell calm for vitamins, and garlic, with my mysis shrimp and fish pellets and algae strips. As for the corals, as I mentioned, I dose amino acids, coral amino acids for my acroporas, and I sometimes do reefroids for the other corals like my zoas and candy canes. My Duncan also loves mysis shrimp, and so does Ava, the tube anemone. As for my anemone, my sunburst anemone, I don't do much maintenance for him. The clownfish started hosting him about like 4 months ago. They're doing great together. I used to hand feed them, but the clownfish kind of bring in food for him. And yeah, none of my fish have to eat special things, so it's kind of perfect. Another important thing is I have a sand bed, so I clean that about every 2 weeks with my dad, just to make it, I don't know, just to get all the dust particles, because it can get pretty nasty down there with fish poop and stuff. We have Hydra 32s that go on at 9 and that end at 9, and that's really important for coral health, and also it kind of gives the fish like a sense of day and night, so that they know when's breakfast and dinner. I feed the fish 3 times a day, but you don't have to. A lot of people just feed them once, but I just try to boost my fish up with food, so less competition. The way to have less aggressive fish is obviously looking at the fish store or wherever you're getting the fish and doing research on if they're aggressive or not, depending on if you're having an aggressive reef tank or not. All my fish are semi-aggressive to peaceful, and so I don't really have any aggressive issues. Though the selfin tank can kind of be a bully sometimes with new fish. But I love having a cleaner wrasse because the cleaner wrasses welcome all the fish and clean the parasites off of them if they do have any. I think another really important thing is having a cleanup crew, but do not rely on them fully. You still have to do a lot of the work yourself. I have cleaner shrimp and sea cucumbers and sea urchins and hermit crabs, a bunch of other things like snails and stuff, but that's really important for just keeping the tank nice and clean. It is not the cleanest tank, but we do decent maintenance on it. I have a wave maker for water flow, just to kind of give I don't know, some flow to the tank. And the internal filters also give some flow, which is nice. There's a lot of nice corals too, and those can kind of bleach sometimes, so I also make sure I always try to solve those problems. And for me, one of the problems was too much lighting. I used to have the reef tank on from 7 all the way to 9, and that's just way too much light. It should be max of 10 to 12 hours, and I have had them on for like 14 because I like looking at the fish tank so much. Also, I go to the fish store weekly to do water tests. That is very important for your tank. There are problems in my tank, like I have parasite problems. So especially at the beginning of your fish tank, do not bring in any things from the ocean. That is a terrible idea. I made that mistake, and that has cost me quite a bit of things in my tank. Good news is the tank is doing a lot better. It's 7 months old, and everything's doing really good. But, like, this chestnut cowrie has been in the tank for 7 months, and I got it from the ocean. But I don't know if that's been causing parasite issues, so don't bring anything from the ocean unless you're doing an ocean-only tank. Yeah. Also, another reason corals could bleach is because of high alkalinity. So, again, water tests are super important. Salinity is also important to test because, in my opinion, salinity should be between 1.019 if it's a fish-only tank. And then for reef tanks, I like to keep it like between 1.023 and 1.024, just depending on if there's a small outbreak of parasites or not. The lower the salinity, the better for parasites. And yeah, that's going to be the wrap of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you on the next one.